She stood alone on the cracked sidewalk outside Jefferson Middle School, her tiny fingers clutching the strap of her faded backpack, her eyes fixed on the ground. The bruise beneath her right eye had turned a deep purple, spreading across her pale skin like spilled ink. The world seemed too big for a 10-year-old girl, and yet, at that moment, she looked like she had already carried a lifetime of pain. When a group of roaring motorcycles thundered past, leather jackets glinting in the sun, engines growling like lions, she did something no one expected. She ran after them, breathless and trembling, her voice breaking through the noise as she cried, "Please, be my dad." If this story already has your heart aching, please take a moment to like this video, comment, share it with someone who believes in compassion, and subscribe to Kind Heart Shub, the home for real stories that remind us kindness can change lives, and that everyone deserves a second chance. Her name was Lily Parker. She was the kind of child teachers remembered for her quietness, not the shy kind that melts away into the background, but the quiet of someone who had seen too much. At school, she wore long sleeves even when the heat pressed heavy on the air. The other kids noticed her black eye, but no one dared to ask. They whispered instead, their voices flickering with curiosity and pity. The teachers saw the signs, of course, they suspected, but sometimes systems move slower than bruises heal. Lily lived with her mother, Sarah, in a peeling yellow house on the edge of town. Sarah worked double shifts at a diner, her smile a tired mask that couldn't hide the fear in her eyes. Her boyfriend, Rick, was the kind of man who drank his rage. Everyone in the neighborhood knew it, everyone heard it. Aunt entrance, their chrome glinting under the streetlights. The rumble of engines turned into a wall of sound that made heads turn for blocks. Teachers froze, students whispered, but the bikers didn't come for trouble. They came for Lily, they came to stand behind her. When Lily walked out of the building and saw them waiting, she didn't understand at first. Then she saw Mike step forward, holding a small teddy bear wrapped in black leather. "We told you we'd be here," he said. "No one hurts you or your mom again, all right?" That was the day everything changed. Word spread fast. At first people were skeptical. Rough men in leather jackets hanging around a little girl? But the truth became clear when the police showed up at Lily's house the next week. Her stepfather was arrested for domestic abuse after a neighbor, one of the bikers' wives, reported what she'd heard. The Hells Angels didn't just protect Lily, they made sure her mother was safe too. They found Sarah a place to live, helped her get back on her feet, even arranged for a lawyer through one of their contacts. But most importantly, they showed up. Every day, for weeks, one of the bikers would ride Lily to school. They'd sit with her at lunch, wave to her teachers, and remind her that she wasn't alone anymore. The other kids stopped whispering. Instead, they started waving at the bikers, smiling when they'd see the line of motorcycles outside. The teachers, once wary, saw how Lily changed. Her smile returned, her shoulders straightened. Her laughter came back like sunshine breaking through clouds. For the first time in her young life, Lily felt safe. Mike never tried to replace her real father. But he became something else, a guardian, a mentor, a promise kept. On weekends, he'd take her to the garage where the bikers worked. They taught her how to fix engines, how to paint helmets, how to stand tall. They told her stories, not the kind from fairy tales but from real life. Stories about losing your way, about mistakes, about second chances. Years passed. Lily grew up surrounded by the thunder of engines and the warmth of people who the world called outlaws, but who to her were family. She became strong, resilient, and determined to make a difference. When she graduated high school, all 27 Hells Angels showed up again. Not with motorcycles this time, but with flowers and tears in their eyes. Mike handed her a letter. It was written on crumpled paper, the ink smudged from grease and age. It said, "You gave us something we didn't know we still had. Hearts that could heal. You made us remember that even the toughest men can protect, not just fight. You called me Dad that day, and I'll carry that honor till my last ride." Lily went on to study social work, dedicating her life to helping children who felt unseen, unheard, and unloved. She often told her story, about the day she found courage on a broken sidewalk, and about the army of bikers who taught her that family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's the people who show up when the world looks away. Years later, at Mike's funeral, she stood before hundreds of leather jackets and tearful eyes. The air was thick with the rumble of engines as the bikers revved their motorcycles one last time in tribute. Lily placed her hand on his casket and whispered, "You were my hero, Dad." If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Kind Heart Shub for more stories that prove kindness still exists in this world. Your engagement helps us spread light where darkness once lived. Special request, comment below. Kindness can save lives. Let's fill the comments with hope, one heart at a time.